Okay, good morning, everyone. Today is the 28th of September, year 2020. We will now have our first lesson today. We have two, right? And first of all, we will go through the notes. We have some bullet points to go through, right? Last time we had talked about the implication or the usage or the application of high specific heat capacity of water. And first of all, higher or specific heat capacity means, okay, more energy required to raise the temperature of a substance for the same amount of mass. By E M C L T. The meaning of higher specific heat capacity is that it requires more energy to raise the substance, say in this case water, the temperature of a substance for the same amount of mass. Okay. It means that if mass is the same, we have a larger heat capacity. To have a raise or temperature change, we have to provide more energy if this is also the same, right? So the first application of water is we use it as coolant to cool down, say, engines in automobiles or autobikes. Okay, and in some cases, we also use waters to cool down the CPU of the computer system. All right. And secondly, energy is used for storing energy in a solar heater. Okay, this solar heater is not used or widely used in Hong Kong. Not so, because the temperature, the year-round temperature in Hong Kong is already high enough. But in the northern part of the North Hemisphere, the northern part, you can observe that in some buildings or houses, at the top of the houses, there are some water tanks like this. Okay, and they have some plates to absorb solar energy.大家第時去旅行啦，去啲北方少少嘅地方咧，咁你就有機會咧就望下啦，嗰啲屋咧個屋頂咧，有啲時候咧即係 not all of them 啦嚇，但有啲咧好多都有嘅，就咧整一個咧水箱喺度，咁周圍咧就有啲板咧去幫佢吸熱嘅嚇。通常咧呢一邊咧就收咗啦嚇，啲板咧向北半球嗰啲太陽板係向南嘅，因為特別冬天嘅時候咧，太陽咧由偏南嘅地方咧就射向北面啊嘛，係咪？所以咧喺北半球起屋咧，如果你向南咧，咁你冬天嘅時候咧，我梗係講下，咁你個日照個陽光咧就會多翻少少，因為冬天好凍。OK， 咁吸收咗嗰啲陽光咧，咁呢啲水咧就喺度 circulate， 咁咧就會咧就變做warm water， 即係唔會滾啦，係咪？啲 warm water。咁佢就自動㗎啦，全日咧就幫你吸嗰個陽光啦，係咪？咁咧 你夜晚黑翻去，譬如咧 take a shower， 咁你可以慳翻啲 energy 啦，係咪？OK 啊，咁咧呢個喺香港就比較少用嘅啦，因為香港即係我哋好多住戶都係住平房住 flat 啦，或者 apartment 咧，我哋就冇個天台啊，就裝唔到呢啲機器啊。咁另外咧，香港就即係冇北方咁凍啦嚇，冬天嘅時候嚇，咁相對地咧，我哋就即係唔裝呢啲嘢。夏天好熱啦，冇需要啦嚇。OK， 好，第三點啦，第三點呢度啊，我話 in human body there is about 65% of water。OK，65% of water in human body。個人體入邊咧有60-70% 都係水啊，咁有咩 implication 咧？對我哋嘅生命，對我哋嘅生活 ，OK， 有咩影響咧？咁樣嚇，咁因為大家都知道咧，我哋就係恆溫動物啊嘛，係咪啊？我哋咧有個機制，有個 mechanism 咧 to maintain constant body temperature。咁點做嘅咧？咁樣啊 ，OK， 咁其中一個 factor 咧就係因為咧我哋身體入邊咧好多水分啊 ，OK， 咁所以咧因為咁多水咧，我哋要升高嗰個體温咧，需要好多能量。我哋咧要降低個體温咧，要即係拎走好多能量。咁所以咧，我哋比較多嘅水分咧係容易啲去保持去 maintain 嗰個 body temperature 嘅 ，OK 得唔得？咁所以咧第三點咧，bullet point number 3，in human body there is about 65% of water, more or less. This help us to maintain a constant body temperature. Constant body temperature 好啦，咁另外咧另外最後尾bullet point number 4，咁application 咧就係喺geography 嘅。咁大家都知道啦，沿海地區咧個氣温嘅變化咧，係日夜之間嘅氣温嘅變化咧就比較moderate 而咧冬季同夏季嗰個氣温嘅變化咧都係比較 moderate。咁反之咧 inland 咧喺內陸地區咧，每一日嗰個温差個 temperature difference 係比較大。咁咧冬天同埋夏天嘅温差亦都比較大。OK， 咁呢啲係常識啦，唔需要讀 geog 都識啦，係咪？咁原因係咩咧？就係沿海地區，因為咧譬如香港咁樣咧，有好多海水包圍住嘛，周圍好多海水係咪？咁個海水咧，你要令海水升高1度咧係好困難嘅。你要令到啲海水咁多海水下降1度咧，亦都係好難嘅，要需要 much more energy to do so。好啦，要好多能量先可以做到嘅。咁所以咧，海水嘅温度係比較 stable 嘅，其實。咁亦都係咁樣啦。海水咧，周圍有海水嘅地方咧，就會幫你調節嗰個氣温嘅。得唔得 ？OK。咁所以咧，最後尾嗰句咧就喺geog 嗰啲應用，嗰啲題目好易答嘅啫嚇。沿海地區或者沿海城市嗰個 temperature change， 咁就係 moderate 啦，係咪 ？moderate 就 change 咧就 moderate in coastal area， 即係沿海地區。This is because a certain mass of water needs 5 times more heat for its temperature to rise by 1 degree Celsius than does the same mass of soil。咁我哋比較咩咧？普通嘅陸地嘅 soil vs water。OK， 佢嗰個 heat capacity 咧就5倍嘅5倍。咁所以咧當太陽曬落嚟，譬如你喺公園度啦，嗰啲石頭或者沙好快就吸咗好多熱啦，你摸落去咧已經覺得佢即係開始咧就係feel the heat 或者very warm 啦 OK， 但係如果你有水嘅話咧，水就即係有排都未 feel 到 heat 啊，未 feel 到 warm 嘅嚇。OK 啊，咁呢個係high specific heat capacity of water 喺我哋生活之間嘅應用。咁當然咧就唔止呢一啲嘅，我哋只係舉咗一啲例子啫，得唔得 ？OK， 好啦，咁我哋咧就做埋下面呢一個true or false 嘅 statement 啊，得唔得 ？True or false statement 啊，呢個筆記page 15啊 ，statement one first statement。The watery fluid in human body helps to maintain their body temperatures even when the surrounding temperatures change sharply。咁呢句説話啱定唔啱咧？我哋啱啱討論咗啦，係咪？我哋揀嗰啲即係同你討論嘅topics， 當然都係即係考試 oriented 啦，或者以前出過啦，或者估計有機會出啦，係咪？話以前係咁樣出嘅嚇，咁係啱定唔啱咧？咁樣嚇，咁當然係啱啦，係咪？咁頭先講咗 bullet point number 3就係對應於呢一個first statement 啦，咁係 true 嘅嚇。second statement，the watery fluid in human bodies have a high specific heat capacity， 啱唔啱咧？咁樣我哋頭先就講水啊嘛 ，watery 嘅 fluid 係 high specific heat capacity， 所以咧都係啱嘅喎。即係話呢兩句説話咧都係啱嘅。而且咧，第二句説話咧 is an explanation of statement one。佢之所以啱咧，係因為咧嗰個 watery fluid 有好多 water 啊嘛，咁佢有個 high specific heat capacity， 所以解釋到點解可以 maintain 嗰個 constant body temperature。所以兩句説話都係啱嘅。OK， 兩個説話都係啱。而且咧，第二個咧係第一個嘅解釋嚟嘅。OK， 嗱呢類題型我哋唔會再考啦。不過咧，我哋跟翻上面嗰個指示咧，個 instruction 咧揾答案嘅嚇，咁所以咧答案咧就係 A 嘅答案係 A。Both statements are correct, and the second statement is a correct explanation of the first statement。OK， 好，咁跟住咧，我哋咧就會做一啲功課先嚇，咁做一啲例題先嚇。OK。咁我哋咧就做咗好多咧 exam type 嘅嗰啲 questions 啦嚇，但係咧我哋都要翻嚟仲有一啲 exam type 嘅咧就叫 SQ 咧 structural questions， 我哋只係做咗啲 MC type 嘅，咁所以咧我哋就想大家都go through翻一啲 SQ type 嘅 questions。咁所以咧我哋咧就去嗰個 textbook page 62呢度page 62呢度OK， 我哋咧就做翻幾個 example 先page 62咁樣。咁我拆咗黑板先Okay, first of all, write down all the equations that we need to solve questions in this chapter. We have learned 3 of them. Okay, not 2, but 3. All right, the first one related to power and energy. Power means rate of a change, a transfer of energy, rate of provision of energy, rate of supply of energy, or rate of absorption of energy. Okay. And then energy, if we have a whole object and the heat capacity of the object is given, then we can calculate the temperature change of the object when energy is provided or energy is losing. Okay, the first one. When we talk about a substance, a pure substance, we can provide the specific heat capacity, small c in this case. Then we need to know the amount of pure substance involved in a particular questions, and we can calculate the change in temperature, which is final temperature minus initial temperature。整個 process 後減前得唔得？OK， 咁嗰個 linkage between these three 咧，就係個 energy 啦 ，energy。Okay, then we would like to use these equations to solve some of the problems. The first one is on page 62. Example 2.4. Example 2.4. I'll read the questions. Please refer to your textbook. You should buy the textbook and should have one on hand, right? So the question goes, the example goes, a wok of 800 of 50-gram oil is heated from 25 degrees to 180 degrees Celsius. Okay, before we read the second sentence, write down the given figures and relate them to the symbols of the physical quantities. And change the unit when needed. All right, like this. 850 grams, which is the mass of oil in a wok. 喺隻鑊入邊咧有 ，OK。Just because gram is not the unit, is not the SI unit, we need to change the unit from gram to kilogram. So change it first. Okay, and you can, in this chapter, the unit for mass is kilogram. For C is joule per kilogram per degree Celsius. For T, degree Celsius or Kelvin. Okay, and for E, it should be joule, right? And for specific heat, and for heat capacity of the object, the unit is joule per degree Celsius or joule per Kelvin, right? So these are the what we call the standard unit to be used throughout this chapter, right? And so gram is not the standard unit, so we need to change it into kilogram in order to obtain the correct answer, right? And then 25 degrees is the initial temperature. And then the final temperature is 180. Okay, and don't save your time not to do so. I suggest you each and every question do this first. And then you will be familiar with all these concepts and symbols and units. Symbols, units, and concepts, initial, final, right? And unit, okay? So, and then if the specific heat capacity of the oil is 2 kJ per kilogram per degree Celsius, find the energy transferred to the oil. And specific heat capacity of oil is equals to, once again, the unit is not standard, change it into the standard unit, which is 2 kJ kilogram per degree Celsius. And so 2K means 2000. If you are really familiar with this kind of symbol, you can save the step, but I suggest you to do it now. at this moment, each of you is new to physics, and you should be new to this kind of symbol or way of presenting the values. And so the best way is to write down the figures, the numbers explicitly， 即係清清楚楚、完完整整咁寫係最好嘅。即係如果你唔熟嗰個 K 啦嚇，個 K 係代表1000啊嘛。如果你已經好熟咧，可以skip 咗呢個 step 嚇。OK 嚇，嗱有啲 step 咧 can be skipped later， 不過咧你要熟咗之後先 skip 咧就會好啲。最初咧都係照寫嚇。咁跟住咧佢問 energy transfer 喺呢個 process。好啦，咁 energy transfer 咧就 by 呢條式啦，係咪 ？This one and then by each and every time, write down the equation to be used first. 一定要寫公式，寫公式然後先代數字。唔寫公式就寫數字咧，就會扣分嘅。有啲分你攞唔到嘅，得唔得？再講一次，先寫公式，唔好寫任何數目字，再寫數目字。OK， 得唔得？公式係寫呢條嘅，咁跟住咧就做 substitution， 因為 substitution 係另外俾分嘅嚇。咁你好清楚邊個 which is which 咧，擺翻啱個位咧，你就攞到分㗎啦。依家係計 E 啊嘛，係咪？所以咧 E 咧等於 mass 就呢一個0.85 ，C 咧就呢一個 T，delta T 咧就呢個。T final minus T initial final 就180 initial 就25 ，OK， 咁樣咧你就揾到個答案啦。咁咧 most of the student made mistakes in this number and this number。嗰啲 unit 咧冇轉到 unit， 冇整理，即係冇咧花功夫去處理嗰啲。Numbers in the correct unit, for example， 寫咗呢個2K 漏咗個 K， 就淨係寫個2咁樣。有啲同學就冇咗2000 ，OK， 咁咧就構成大部分同學嘅錯誤啊，通常都係錯呢啲嘅，得唔得？好啦，咁我哋咧當然你可以寫 scientific notation 啦，咁答案咧就有啦。嗱，我哋咧答案咧你撳計數機就幫你做好啦，最緊要寫好條式嘅啫，所以喺呢度。跟住你撳計數機就唔會錯嘅，應該嚇。咁啊 2.64 times 10 to the power 5。OK， 咁我再講一次，我 repeat 最重要嘅 steps 咧，嗰個 example 咧，呢一度咧就冇寫俾你睇嘅。最重要嘅 step 咧就係整理 ，OK， 就係 handle、deal with。嗰啲 physical concept， 嗰啲 symbols 嘅 representation， 同埋嗰啲數值嘅 values 嘅處理晒呢一堆咧，你已經計到條數，即係7-8成㗎啦。OK，example 2.5 next one on page 63。OK， 呢度63 next one 2.5。Please read the question first. And don't care about the solution printed on the textbook, right? If you have questions to ask, please use your microphone to say it and to me. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Heating a kettle of water. The first one, you should notice that we don't care about the wok. 嗰隻鑊咧，我哋冇處理到㗎嚇。其實隻鑊都會吸熱㗎，係咪？ 嘅鑊級嘅熱咧，我哋就冇計到，條題目冇要求，我哋就唔理啦，係咪 ？OK， 好啊。第二題咧就唔係啦。佢話 Francis 咧 use a 0.2 kilowatt kettle to heat 0.6 kilogram of water。好啦，寫低啲嘢先嚇，又係咁啦，寫低啲嘢先。好啦，第一個 0.2 kilowatt，OK， 呢個咧係 power 啦，係嘛？啊 ，power of the kettle， 咁又係咧，我哋轉咗做個 standard form，standard unit 咧，啊呢度冇寫啊 ，power 咧 standard unit 就係 watt 啊，係咪？啊 watt。所以咧轉咗佢先嚇，1200 watt。再講一次啊 ，to deal with 啦 ，to handle these numbers 咧係個 important first step 啊。咁啊，跟住咧就係 mass of water 咧就 0.6 kilogram 啊 ，mass of water 就 0.6 kilogram。我哋第時做題目咧，會知道點解寫咁多嘢咧，寫個 water 喺度咧咁樣。呢個係代表 water 嘅 mass。Usually 咧嗰啲題目咧唔止一樣嘢嘅話咧，有時有 mass 啦，有時有有時有 water 啦，有時又有 mix up with 有 ice 啦嚇，或者呢好似啲題咁樣有 kettle 啦，又或者咧有一啲vegetable 啦，或者係另外一啲嘢 mix up 或者 coffee 咁樣 meal and coffee mix up 咁樣，你要知道邊個係 meal 邊個係 coffee，你要寫啲 subscript to describe。The name, the symbol used. Okay, what is 0.6 kilogram represent? It represents the mass of water. Okay， 所以要寫得清清楚楚嘅嚇，唔好懶喺度啊，千祈唔好懶。你一懶咧就啲題目好複雜咧，你就做唔到噶啦。OK， 跟住 the water goes from 25 degree to 100 degree Celsius in time t。我有3個 variable， 第一個係Initial temperature 25 degrees Celsius, final temperature 100 degrees Celsius。咁然後咧，仲有咧 T， 呢個咧就係代表時間 ，OK？T 就代表時間。不過咧 ，the time is not given。咁我哋通常點處理咧？冇 given 嘅嘢咧，但係有個 symbol， 我哋咧就寫個 symbol 出嚟。T 等於乜嘢 ？Because it is not given, I put a question mark there. First, okay， 好啦 ，the kettle require 250 joule of energy to raise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius。啊，呢個困難啊，呢一句啊，呢一句困難。好啦，咁佢到底俾啲咩資料俾我哋咧？呢度，第一，佢又俾咗 energy， 個 energy 係咩咧 ？Required by the kettle to raise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius。咁其實呢一句説話咧，大家即係讀多幾次，repeat 多幾次。其實咧，佢講緊咩咧？佢係講緊嗰個 kettle 嘅 C。嗰個係 kettle 成個電水煲嘅 heat capacity of an object。就呢一個電熱水煲咧，有金屬嘅部分，有plastic 嘅部分係咪？啊，唔計入邊啲水啊，唔計水啊，淨係嗰個煲啊，外面咧有 metal 啦，咁啊又有啲 plastic 嘅部分啦。OK， 咁你成個加熱咧，咁佢由頭到尾都要加熱㗎，係咪？咁所以呢個煲咧 is not a pure substance， 係嘛？咁 OK， 啊，咁佢仲有個發熱絲喺中間嗰度啦，就有啲嘢包住佢啊，咁樣啊，個結構好複雜，有好多唔同嘅 material 整成嘅。咁所以咧，我哋就唔可以話個 kettle 咧就有 specific heat capacity， 因為個 kettle is not a pure substance。一個電熱水煲唔係一個純正嘅物質嚟㗎嘛，係咪？啊，水就係純正嘅物質，一個水煲就唔係啊嘛，係嘛？所以水煲咧，我哋只能夠講咩咧？佢嘅 heat capacity。個 heat capacity 嘅定義咧就係 the energy required to raise the object 嗰個物體 by 1 degree Celsius。咁所以咧，其實呢句説話咧講咩咧？你自己間住佢啦嚇。The kettle requires 250 joule of energy to raise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius。就係呢一個啊，1可以咧 C kettle 咧就係250 joule per degree Celsius。呢個 joule 啦，呢個 degree Celsius 啦，係咪？ 其實呢一句説話咧，就俾出咧 give us the specific the heat capacity of the kettle 咁所以咧佢俾呢個方法咧係用個定義use the definition to give this number to you which is quite difficult 其實就比較困難嘅，佢可以直接寫呢一個㗎個 heat capacity of the kettle is 250 joule per degree Celsius。OK， 不過佢就用咗個 definition 去寫出呢句説話，咁所以你要消化呢句説話。大部分同學做呢一題，呢句説話唔識解，解唔通，唔知道佢講 heat capacity of the kettle， 咁所以咧就坐喺度啦，讀嚟讀去都唔知佢想做乜。其實呢個係 heat capacity 嘅定義嚟嘅 definition， 你自己翻去睇一睇，我哋最初引入嗰度得唔得？好唔 OK？ 好啦。咁所以咧，佢就話，跟住咧就話 ignore the heat loss to the surroundings, find T。佢就話唔好理 heat loss to the surrounding， 咁啊揾出個 T。好啦，咁依家咧，我哋咧嗰個 energy 咧就 provided by 嗰個 heater 啦，個 heating element 啦，係咪？係嘛？寫咗先嚇，個 concept 討論咗先嚇。咁然後咧提供嘅能量咧就有兩部分。佢兩部分，第一部分咧就係、是、嗰個 kettle 啦，俾個電熱水壺啦，係咪？係嘛？呢個 kettle，OK， 嗰個第二部分咧就煲水啊嘛，俾入邊嘅水啦，係咪？好唔 OK？ 睇唔睇到？所以我哋分析咗題目先，然後咧嗰、那個 electrical energy 就全部去晒呢一個同呢一個身上，係嘛 ？OK？ 因為咧，我哋假設咧個能量冇去到周圍嘅氣體、周圍嘅空氣嗰度嘛，係咪 ？No energy loss to surrounding 啊嘛，咁所以咧我哋就有 E 咧 total energy provided by the heater，OK 就等於 EK plus EW 啦，咁 OK 得唔得先嗱，嗰個 concept 係重要嘅即係唔好盲目去計算。OK， 我哋仲有少少時間啦，我哋做完呢一題咧就會休息一陣嚇。OK， 好啦，咁所以呢一個咧就係用 P 乘 T 喎，係咪？呢一個咧就係 CK delta T 喎。呢個 water 吸收嘅能量咧就係 MCW delta T 喎。當然呢個 M 咧都係 water 啦，係咪？得唔得？好啦，咁喺呢一度咧，我哋咧就要假設咧，應該做一樣嘢俾你嘅，俾漏咗啊條題目。點解唔俾咧？點解？應該俾嘅就係嗰個 specific heat capacity of water 咧，就係 4200， 呢個應該俾你嘅。佢俾咗咩咧？俾咗 P 啦，係咪 ？check 先，俾咗 P。T 我哋唔知啦，係咪？俾咗 CK 啦 ，kettle 呢個俾咗啦。delta T 就俾咗啦，因為 P final T initial 有啊嘛。個 delta T 兩個一樣嘅，得唔得先？因為咧個水同埋水煲一齊加熱㗎嘛，所以水嘅溫度即係水煲嘅溫度，水煲嘅溫度即係水嘅溫度啦。OK，and temperature and the kettle should have the same temperature，right？ 係嘛？一樣。咁呢個 mass 咧就俾咗mass of water。咁呢一個應該係俾你㗎，呢個係一個常數嚟嘅，常識嚟嘅，即係水個 specific heat capacity。嘅題目咧爭啲咁多，應該俾埋呢樣嘢你當俾埋啦嚇。OK， 咁4200嘅，寫多一個CW 等於4200，收degree Celsius， 咁呢個俾埋啦。咁我哋未 solve 到啦，係咪？唔使擺啲數字落去先嘅，咁跟住我哋擺數字落去咯喎，好唔好？擺啲數字落去咯喎，跟住OK，P 咧就係1200啊嘛，係咪？1200。我食翻 T 啦，呢個未知道啦。CK 咧頭先計咗啦，250啊嘛，係咪？250。好啦，咁跟住個 delta T 咧如果你嫌麻煩咧，我哋可以計一計先嘅如果唔係咧就寫落去。咁delta T 咧，我哋可以計咗先delta T 咧就係100減25，75 degree Celsius 係咪？ 啊，100 minus 25係嘛？所以咧係呢個75啦。plus mass of water 0.6 specific heat capacity of water 1,200. Okay, and then 75. Alright, and so T is equal to 好啦 ，T 咧就 in the unit of second 嘅，你應該計到幾多秒 ？OK， 好啦，所以答案咧，假設我哋書嗰度啱啦，係咪？啊，就係173秒。OK， 好啦，咁啊做完啦。唔需要咧就轉做咩 minutes 啊，除非題目要求。OK， 咁我哋就係做呢個就係答案就得。咁講一講比分咧，比分咧最重要啦，嗰個位咧。呢個題目咧最少咧就係3分嘅。咁點比分咧？第一，寫出呢一個1分。OK。第二，寫出呢一個1分。第三，呢一個1分。好啦，比分嘅模式咧就係第一就係個方法，你用啱嘅方法寫啱 equation 計到數嘅。第二 substitution 代數字代啱，每一隻字都啱，代啱啲數字。最後尾答案啱 answers。OK， 好，咁我哋第一堂就到呢一度，我哋唞一唞。我機器咧都夠鐘啦，咁佢要做個 video conversion， 我哋稍後翻嚟再見。諗一諗有問題問，如果有嘅話即刻提出，唔該晒你。好 ，thank you so much，see you later。